Welcome. You've got mail.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The Mail-In. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day,
to
Kayla.
those and whoever celebrates this ridiculous holiday.
Why is it a ridiculous holiday?
Because all it is drinking green beer and slamming Irish car bombs. I have PTSD from St. Patty's days of the past.
Let's stay away from Irish car bombs. PSA.
No one should ever take that. It's poison.
I'm just saying it's also insensitive.
Oh,
If you're
I forgot.
If you're in an Irish pub.
Yeah,
Speaking of Irish
this
pubs, shouts to
conversation
Sean, who
already.
has returned to the Gem Saloon in New York City
What?
after a long hiatus because he was quarantining with a child. So.
Shouts to Sean, my guy.
Yeah.
The best guy I've ever known.
I got reports on the ground saying that they heard of his return and they went back and put up some numbers in the Gem. So shouts to Mikey.
He's an American
co.
hero. Well, Irish
He's an
hero.
Irish hero.
Irish-American hero.
It's true. Great guy.
Great guy. Best I know.
Absolutely. How are you today?
I'm good. It's a beautiful day, which is not going to last very long. I believe it is supposed to rain, Brett?
I think we were supposed to have rain last night. Now it's just going to be a beautiful next 3 days, like sunny and 71.
Well, then I'm in. I'm in for that. I did go to the park this week. Caught some rays.
Okay.
Have you heard of that game where people bounce the ball on the little trampoline thing?
Nope. So a spike ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was next to a bunch of youths playing that the other day.
Okay.
And it was quite interesting to watch and to listen to.
Really?
Just fun fact.
Do they get like mad at each other?
It was
way
like
too
a total
competitive.
bros. Like one walked up and he's like, "Let's do this, bruh," and then like they all like got all into it, and then it was just like a whole bro thing.
Just bros being bros.
Bros being bros.
Guys being dudes.
Yeah, like taking off their shirts and like being like, I don't know. Yeah, it was an experience. I felt very old.
Got it. Okay. I'm glad they had fun.
They had a great time.
It looked like a blast.
It did. Okay.
I wasn't there, but I'm assuming. You may be wondering, what is the Mail-In Podcast? Simply put, we do our best to answer your questions. You may run into situations in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s, we don't discriminate, that you need help with. And between the two of us, we've probably been there too. We know what you're going through, and we're going to help you manage. We try to make you laugh, we try to make you smile, and we make you think of a situation you may have been in or will be going forward. That's how we help you out. Now, how can you help us out? Please tell a friend about the podcast. It's the easiest way to get into Wash Media. Send them a clip, send them a segment that made sense with something they are going through. Kayla, you can subscribe on iTunes. Do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Or follow on Spotify. You can also hit the hotline to provide us some voicemails, 888-362-MAIL. That's 888-362-6245. Or you can write in at the link in the Twitter and Instagram bio at Mail-In Podcast. There's also a feature on Spotify in the description where there should be a little box that pops up and says, submit your questions here. So you can also use that to write in. Kayla, before we get going, any follow-ups that you want to deal with?
We do not have any from weeks prior, but again, just a reminder, if we answer your question on air, we want your follow-up so we and the people can know what happened, because we're all dying to know if you make any moves. So just send those in if you do anything about your problem.
Love it. You want to get the first one?
Oh, okay. Here we go. This is a long one, so bear with me, guys. It's from Anonymous. Hey, Mail-In crew. So you've been able to help listeners make new friends, but do you have any suggestions for dealing with someone you don't want to be friends with? My wife and I recently built a house and moved into a nice neighborhood. Today I got a text from a former fraternity brother saying he saw me walking the dog and that he lives close by. I was trying to be nice, so I responded and said we just moved in. He followed up by saying we should hang out soon. We aren't really friends, and I couldn't stand him when we were in college 6 years ago. I really, really, all caps, really do not want to hang out and would never invite him to my house. Without going into too much detail, I get along with 99% of people, but he is just obnoxious and I have zero desire to be friends. But I feel kind of bad for him because I don't think he has many friends. How do I deal with this when he starts texting every weekend wanting to hang? Do I ghost him? Do I lie and say I have plans? What if he sees me walking the dog when I've already told him I'm busy? Help, please.
See, for me, this is like my worst nightmare because I hate confrontation and I'm too nice.
You'll say yes. You'll
So,
invite him into your home.
Catch me drinking beers with this guy and absolutely
Hating your life?
hating every second of it.
Oh, no.
What I think you do is you have a child and say, no, I cannot. I have a newborn baby at
They
home.
don't have a child.
I'm saying to have one.
That's the way you
Yep,
get out of
that's the
it
way
is
to
you
get out
just
of it.
have a baby.
Yep.
That seems
Yep.
like there's a few other things you can do before we jump into parenthood.
I kid. Because it's like I'm the same as this guy. I hope he doesn't listen, but I have this neighbor. I'm not going to name his name, but he's literally my next door
listening,
neighbor.
he's gonna find out
Yep.
how you feel about him
So-
right now. So here we go.
Well, he doesn't know which side he's on, so I'm just going to say I have a neighbor on one of my sides who is very friendly, very talkative, and likes to, hey, dude, let's get a beer. Let's grab a beer. Let's get a beer.
One of
Let's do a
those
patio
guys.
beer.
Ooh.
And I don't like to with him.
Why? You just don't have anything in common, or he's not your kind of
he's
guy.
just a little much, little talkative, little like.
That's probably how people feel about me whenever I ask them to go to drinks. So I get it.
So the way I kind of get around is, hey, I'm busy. Let's rain check and just kind of keep kicking the can.
How many
I'ma kick
rain
the
checks
can.
have you given him?
5 to 6.
Okay,
But you
so
mix
you're
in-
due. You have to do one soon.
No, you do. So that's what I say to this guy. Mix in like a one time.
Like for every 4 no's, you give him 1 yes.
You give him an hour,
Okay.
and then say, hey, gotta go pick up dinner. Gotta go do this or gotta go do that. But give him an hour of like a beer in the garage or a beer in the driveway type of thing. Like it's never gonna be your favorite thing, and just don't let him like knock your wall down every weekend. But you can give him an hour every couple months.
Yeah, my argument here will be you haven't known him for 6 years. You got to give him a chance. He may have been really terrible back then, but he may have matured and grown up, and like he may be a new guy. So you got to give him a chance. I think you do 1 beer, catch the vibe, see how you. I don't like the idea of just like completely ghosting him, though I am guilty of doing that myself with people that like I kind of just don't want to hang out with. Like I had a friend from high school move to Austin and reach out to me all the time, and it was just like kind of exhausting having to come up with excuses on why I couldn't or something would come up. So I do think that he'll eventually catch on if you keep denying him, and that will be kind of mean and hurt his feelings. So I would say just like give like yourself a number, like I said. Like for every 4 no's, you give him a yes. Like you're not available all the time, but you're also not busy all the time.
Yeah, or another thing you could do is give him the first hang is a courtesy hang, and just you could kind of come off as like I don't want to be there, and so you kind of keep your answers short, and you just kind of give him the
gotta be out in
yes,
45
no,
minutes.
Yeah,
gotta call.
Give him a timeline, like hey, I gotta go here. But I'm with this guy. I hate stuff like this because I'm too nice.
You'll
I hate
do it.
confrontation,
I
yeah.
also your fear about him seeing you walking the dog when you've already declined him. Just don't take the dog out within like a couple hours after you deny him. If he asks you to get a beer and you're like, no, sorry, I have this thing. Don't walk the dog 10 minutes later. Like take it out at like once an appropriate amount of time has passed, or just like make your wife take him out.
And lastly,
the dog, not the friend.
Lastly, you could just, if it gets to the point where you're like, I gotta stop, just be blunt. Be like, hey man, I'm not gonna hang today. I'm sorry, I got things to do.
Yeah.
Just be blunt. Like I'm all set. It's like great to have you in the neighborhood where I'm doing my thing over here.
Hoping that the thing that bothers me is when people don't take the hint.
Yeah.
Like if I'm turning you down several times in a row, like you eventually need to take the hint that this person does not want to hang out.
Correct.
I'm going to stop asking. But some people don't do that. So you got to hope that this guy takes the hint. But I do think you should give him a chance. He may have changed. So.
There you go.
You
know who I'm giving a chance?
Who?
Sunbasket.
Are you starving? Because you're usually starving whenever we
No,
talk
Randy and
about
Randy,
Sunbasket.
happy 1-year anniversary to Randy at Wash
Happy
Media.
1-year anniversary, Randy.
So I got Randy a sandwich today.
From where?
From Thundercloud.
Was it better than Sunbasket? I bet not.
It wasn't, because Sunbasket I'll tell you what, they are making my dinners fantastic. Winter blues, got your kitchen game feeling kind of blah, Kayla, here and there. You're like, I don't know what
Yeah.
to make.
Super tired
Let's
of cooking.
Sunbasket put a little spring in your mix. Ooh, I just got the chills from that. I was like, whoa, okay, Sunbasket. Get healthy, delicious meals delivered to your door each week. If your days are anything like mine, you wake up, you have breakfast, do a little work, and then suddenly it's dinner time. It's like, bang. You got zero time to plan or prep these meals, and that's where Fresh and Ready from Sunbasket comes in so handy. They're healthy, delicious meals, and they're ready in minutes. Literally, I did mine in 7 the other day.
7 minutes.
Paleo,
Doesn't
vegetarian,
get easier than that.
lean and clean, Mediterranean. Lots of choices to help you
So you can
eat
choose
well.
your different meal plan, right? Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
can go in and say like, okay, so I'm a vegetarian. I'm only going to do these. Okay.
Correct. Yeah,
That's awesome.
They give you all the options, Kayla. They give you the tools to be your own meal boss.
Meal boss.
Sunbasket wants you to eat
Wow.
well and love what you're eating, and they've made it easier than ever. Their fresh and ready meals are just $8.99. You hear that? $8.99.
That's
Go-
cheaper than going out
Go
to
into the
lunch.
grocery store and try to
Mhm.
make dinner for $8.99.
It's impossible.
Yeah. So they're good for your body and your budget. Every Sunbasket meal is filled with only premium quality, real food, including organic, fresh produce, antibiotic-free and hormone-free meats, and sustainably sourced seafood. I nailed that. That's
You
one
always
that
struggle
always
with
gets me,
sustainably sourced seafood.
as you just did. Their chefs have won Michelin awards and a James Beard award.
So that's incredible.
That's a big deal.
Huge, huge awards.
Why not take the night off and let them cook for you? Ready for the meals, Kayla?
Go for
How
it.
about braised beef Penang curry with jasmine rice and sweet peas? How about shrimp paella with fire roasted tomatoes and bell pepper? Or pappardelle with wilted spinach, sweet peas, fresh ricotta? Or
with pasta fresh from Jerry Breadsticks Nona.
ugh,
I just did the Italian thing with my
I'm also
hands
on
as
their
I said
website. This is added value here because I was doing this the other day looking for meals that I
that.
wanted.
Yeah, the pictures just make you so
Guess what I
hungry.
got? How about jumbo shrimp burrito with lemon aioli and ciabatta toasts? Artichoke mushroom frittata with apple and arugula salad. Come on. And last but not least, cheesy chicken tetrazzini with mushrooms and a green salad. Oh my goodness. You can't beat that.
You can. That sounds delicious. Now I'm the hungry one.
Sunbasket fresh and ready meals come freshly prepared and heat up in as little as 6 minutes. All you have to do is heat and eat, which means no prep and no mess, and they still look good. Like with frozen meals, you're like, oh, I'm
Looks
scared.
like dog food. No, these are beautiful.
No, these are beautiful. Right now, Sunbasket is a limited time offer. Get $90 off and 4 free gifts across your first 4
Free
deliveries,
gifts?
including free shipping on the
Wow.
first box. When you go, you hear this deal? When you go right now to sunbasket.com/Randy and enter promo code Randy at checkout. Sunbasket.com/Randy and enter promo code Randy at checkout for $90 off and 4 free gifts across your first 4 deliveries, plus free shipping on your first box. Sunbasket.com/Randy and enter promo code Randy. Offer expires on April 13th. That's a deal.
That is a deal.
Let's do the next one, Kayla.
That's all you.
This one comes from Tommy. Tommy says, "What's up, squad? I've never been super confident when talking to women. I'm not word vomiting all over myself, but I'm also not the smoothest dude in the world. My question has 2 parts, one for each of you." He says, "Kayla, when is it okay to start chatting when is it okay to start chatting up a girl? I would never do it at a gym or a grocery store, but what about a coffee shop or on the ski lift? What is the confidence level I should be at? And Brett, has a cold open ever worked for you? What is your usual MO when pursuing a romantic interest?"
Well, I'm going to say that the only wrong place to hit on a girl is at the gym.
Okay.
Everything else is fair game, I think. The gym is the only place where, like, I'm going to be very uncomfortable and, like, agitated.
Sure.
You know, because you're, like, you're there. You're in a zone. Like, you're doing your thing.
Right.
The grocery store, it's been my dream. I think I've told you this. It's, like, always was a dream of mine to get hit on at the grocery store.
Really?
It's literally never happened because I'm
Like,
always
head
real
down.
quick, like, going through.
The grocery store, like, is your gym sometimes?
No one
You're
is
just-
exactly. I'm working out at the store with my car. It's like I'm supermarket sweep, like running through there with my cart. But
It's
yeah,
literally a cardio exercise.
it is. I think the
shopping
gym is
cardio.
really the only place that's off limits. And it's like, if you're out in the wild and you see somebody that you're attracted to that is interesting, like, why not just jump in and go for
okay.
it? Like, you only get one shot.
Take a crazy chance.
I wish I knew Eminem.
Why not?
You only got one shot. Oh, you're going Hillary Duff.
Yes,
and
I
I'm
am.
going Eminem. This seems very reversed.
It does.
Yeah, you definitely, I think, if you see an opportunity,
What does that mean?
go for it. Like, if you're in line at a coffee shop and you see, like, a cute girl in front of you,
Okay.
and, she's just standing there, not with friends, not, like, distracted, not on a phone call, like, looks like you're not interrupting something if you approach her, then go for it. And just say something simple.
Hey, something simple.
Like, I don't know, like,
Randy like
you
that.
come here often? No, like,
What?
I'm kidding. I was joking.
Like at the pool, hey, you come here often?
Okay, the pool, I feel like the pool also is not appropriate. Anywhere where someone's like in scantily clad clothing, like, it's not appropriate. Like, I don't want to be in a bikini or like in a workout outfit if someone is hitting on me.
Okay.
But like a bar, a grocery store, like a coffee place, a ski lift, what a meet cute is. That's like a movie.
Ski lift when
waiting to be
you're on the lift with
written.
somebody?
Yeah. If you have an opportunity, then take it. I always say that to my friends, like that. Like, if you see someone out that's like attractive,
Okay.
just like what my friend did one time to me at a bar is, like, she shoved me into a guy that she wanted to talk to. Like, she pushed me into him, and then he turned and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then she, chimed in and like swooped in and was like, sorry, like, I accidentally bumped, and then that's how it began.
Got it.
Did
it work?
I was a prop. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it worked.
Call you wing woman Kayla.
But no, she didn't tell me before she did it. So I was like, what? Like, she just shoved me into this poor person. I'm like, I'm so sorry. She's wasted. Like, no.
I see.
Yeah, I think if you have an opportunity, like, just don't be creepy. Like, that's the only.
Correct.
Don't, like, comment on their appearance. Like, a couple months ago, actually, I was walking downtown to meet my friends for dinner, and this random man on the street walks up to me. It was very uncomfortable.
Ooh.
And just said to me, like, hey, I would love to take you to dinner. I have a hotel room right here. Can I go get cleaned up and, like, meet you back down here? And I was like, absolutely not. Do I look like I'm not going somewhere? Like,
wow, that's
yes,
weird.
and yes, stranger. You go shower. I will sit in the lobby and I will wait for you, Prince Charming. It was just so uncomfortable. That's not what you do when you see somebody on the street. Just let them maybe see where they go into, and then, like, don't, like, stalk them, but, like, kind of.
Yikes.
But yeah, those are my 2 cents.
My answer is going to sound like calculated, like this is like a book I've read or something like that. It's not. It's just my experience. So here we go.
Let's hear it.
1, if you want to know if a girl likes you at a bar, yawn.
Yawn?
Yawn.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because it's humanly impossible to not yawn.
Oh,
when
so
you
then
see
you
it.
see her yawn because you saw she was looking at you.
Correct.
That is so funny. Where did you hear or see that? You did not make that up. Where did you get this from? I have.
Yawn. And if she yawns back, she's looking at you.
That is insane.
Yep.
Okay, I need to hear the rest of these.
Tried and true, by the way.
I'm just gonna start yawning at random people just to test this out.
It's the hair flick theory on steroids.
Okay, keep going.
Number 2, third parties. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, or like reason to be talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I have never, successfully is a weird way to say it, I've never gone up to a girl, tapped her on the shoulder, be like, hi, I'm Brett.
Oh, that's
Never.
weird. I don't like.
Never,
I don't
and
like
I don't
that.
suggest doing that.
No, I don't either.
I have saddled
You need
up.
a cue from
I
them,
have
in a way.
saddled up next to a bar, or next to a girl at a bar, and made some comment to the bartender that she, like, was able to chip in on, or some, like, nagging comment about somebody next to me, or the bartender, or the bar, or her drink, or her.
No, I think, the cold open, like he said,
Correct.
don't do a cold open.
I've never cold opened. Anytime there's a third party, whether it's the bartender, a waitress, a friend, or a, like, reason, like a group project, for example, in college, anytime there's a reason to connect with somebody over something, that's where I've started the conversation
Okay.
and been successful in air
Wow.
quotes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
The yawn thing. Who knew? Yeah, I don't like to go up to somebody and say, hey, I'm Brett. You should comment, like, say they're wearing, like, an old T-shirt or, like, their college. Like, make, you know, like, find, like, a way to open up, like, to say something. Or,
Sure.
like, say you're at Starbucks and they order something. Be like, hey, I've never had that. How, like, is that good? Like, what do you know, just say something that's not, like, completely random.
Usually it's making fun of somebody or something that's happening.
Yeah.
A common viewpoint. Like, for example, the bartender is wearing something ridiculous. You walk up, you're like, can you believe this dude's like tattoo of fucking Spyro the Dragon?
Wow.
And she's
I haven't
like,
thought of Spyro the Dragon.
yeah, like it's awesome. I'm like, yeah, I know. Spyro's
Yeah,
like my shit.
that's good. Okay,
Boom.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Third
Okay, now
third party thing, person, place, or
I also
like
want to
activity.
reverse this, like in women, like approaching men, because I think that's something that should happen more often. Even though I
Sadie
did
Hawkins dance?
I did it one time, not really like did it, but like I was like, I was randomly watching a football game at a bar on Rainy Street. This was like 5 years ago.
Oh.
It's on Rainy Street, yeah. And
Where's the Dave Matthews?
there was a guy like, and within like next to our table, but like he was like kind of with our group, but like not really. And like he was just always next to me at some point. And so like I don't even know what I said to him. And we talked. I'm very traumatized by this, but I'm going to tell women to not be afraid and to do it anyways, because we chatted for a bit and like exchanged numbers. And then I never heard from him.
Ooh.
So I was like, I will never, bumped the mic. I will never like go up to a guy ever again in my life. Like it was very traumatizing for me. But that's just one thing. Yeah, I was like, wow, that was really terrible. Like, I'm like very embarrassed thinking about it. But I think girls should follow these same rules. Like we're saying, yawn.
Yeah.
Do the yawn.
Do the yawn.
Maybe
works.
he knows about the yawn, and maybe he sees you yawn, and then he's like, oh, she's into me.
And what's good about the yawn is you don't have to be like staring directly at a person.
Imagine
you can be like
just
catching glimpses, because the yawn, it usually takes a couple seconds for it to work, and if you look back, you're like, fuck it, she yawned.
Yeah, because it's really hard to like shoot your shot without doing anything. Like, and for us women, it's that you can only like
Ding
you can
dong.
only
Hello.
like look at somebody like a couple times before you feel uncomfortable. Like,
Right.
have they noticed that I'm looking at them? And then sometimes they don't notice, and then nothing happens, and then like there's this weird like tension that maybe only you were feeling.
That's 100 been there. Yeah, it's like,
And then
there's-
you're
I
just
have
like,
this tension with this person across the
yeah,
bar that has
and
no idea
they
I
probably
exist.
have no idea that I'm feeling this crazy tension. Like I'm so uncomfortable. Like woo, and then nothing happens.
Yeah,
So the yawn, huh?
give it a try. Just saying,
Yeah. Well, there we go.
it has worked.
Also, he says, what is the confidence level I should be at? Like, not too much, but not too little. Like,
Okay, that's such a girl answer.
no, but when you come in,
this
when
poor
you come
guy is
in,
like,
like,
what's the confidence level?
no,
You're like, well,
when you
should
come
be
in
confident,
super
but like, not
confident
too
and
confident.
cocky, you just
Come
seem
on.
like you do this
Come
all
on.
the time. No, that's
You
how
can't
it
be a
seems.
dickhead, yeah, but you can't be a shy little bitch.
But
and,
when you
like,
come up like, oh, cocky and confident, it's like, oh, this guy hits on chicks all the time,
strutting
and
his
it's
little,
like a turn
strutting
off.
his stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. So it's like, find the sweet spot.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, thank you.
I take it back, but I'm just don't come off as like super cocky. Just be confident, but not cocky. Those are two different things.
That's why you say something about the bartender to the person next to you,
Yeah.
and it's not cocky or confident.
Just don't compliment anything physical. Like,
no,
oh, I love
no,
your
no, no.
shoes. Like, no. Or like, wow, you're beautiful. It's like, ugh.
No,
Like,
try again.
yeah, don't do that. That's my only thing that I say. Don't like mention her physical appearance in any way.
Correct. And don't assume that she's into you right away.
Yeah. Definitely don't do that.
Next one.
Next one.
This is from Anonymous.
We have a lot of anonymous people
They
this
say,
week.
hey, Mail and Crew, I need your help. With the next one, help. I'm moving to a new city, and one of my friends is setting me up with her coworker. Okay. This is another one where you have to like follow
I
the.
know.
Here we go.
Friends, coworker.
Yes. I told my friend over a year ago that I thought her coworker was cute from a brief FaceTime. AKA, this dude was on her Instagram, and it was like, oh, who's that? But she said she wouldn't set us up until I moved to that state. This happens with fucking Randy all the time. People are like, dude, who is this Randy guy? I swear, Randy. I can confirm this after the episode. My friend told me she was interested. Tight. But I was not in that state at the time, so nothing ever happened. Hence the stipulation he put forth ahead of that sentence. Now, I am finally moving there, and she is also single. Ba-ba-ba-burn. My friend gave me her number and said she is still interested and to text her. I have never spoken to this girl before, and I need some advice on what I should do to get the conversation/date going without it being weird. Do I follow on IG first? Thanks for the advice.
Okay.
This is the world's easiest
Okay,
answer.
well, this is my favorite because I recently had a successful matchmaking incident with.
That sounds like an 80s cover band.
Well, I set people up on a completely blind date,
Okay.
and it's not identical to this, but it's similar. So what we did, and it worked out great, and I think it's amazing, is you
Okay.
give them each other's phone number, but we did not want them to talk really beforehand. So the man just texted her like, hey, it's so-and-so, got your number from XYZ, would love to take you out sometime. Like, when are you free? Like,
Okay.
let's make it happen kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
You set the date, and then you don't like converse. Like, I think that you just set the date and then you leave it at that and then you go on the date. Like, I don't like the idea of like two complete strangers like this, like chatting before, because then what happens if like the conversation's super weird, but you've already like set the date? Like, I think you just go into it blindly.
Oh,
no IG follow or anything.
Excuse my French. I fucking hate that.
Really?
Yeah,
I love it.
You have the perfect built-in situation here. You have a mutual friend.
Yeah, and you can talk about them on the first date. That's
no,
your icebreaker.
you go with the friend and bring the potential date. So it's a three-person situation.
You don't want to put that third person in that awkward position.
You're
If
not.
they're-
You're
if
not
they're like-
there. Hey, this is my new friend moved to town. We're
But
at a
they
work
already
happy hour.
know about each
Don't
other.
tell her that you're doing what you're doing.
But they know about each other.
I
Like,
know.
she's waiting for
Hey,
him to text
so
her.
and so. Don't do that.
But they've already done it.
They gave each other the numbers. Mutual friend, meet at a bar,
No.
meet at a patio, and get to know each other.
That doesn't make it a date, though.
Bring Mark from
But it's
marketing
not a date.
too.
That just seems like
I know it's not a date. They need to get to know each other first. It's the perfect opportunity.
it's a first date.
It's not a first date though.
It should
they
be.
need to go and leverage mutual friend here to like get more out of each other.
I disagree.
So you can. So friend knows new move guy and knows something about him, and you're like, oh, playing off that, then all of a sudden potential lover interjects, is like, oh shit, I didn't know you liked skiing in the Swiss Alps or whatever the fuck.
Jeez. No, I completely disagree. The one and only blind date I've been on where I was like set up with somebody happened exactly like that. Like, they gave them my phone number, they reached out, we set a date, and then we went on the date, and we did not speak prior to that. Like, we weren't like,
Hate it.
no, I think
Couldn't
that's
do it.
But that my mom and my stepdad met on a blind date before like smartphones. Like, he had to call her on the phone and ask her out, and like,
Ugh.
and they've been married for over 20 years, and they went on like a straight up blind date. And I like the idea of that more than like this weird group hangout where like there's tension between these two
There
because
doesn't
you're
have to
setting
be
them up.
tension though.
I feel like there would be.
Oh, Kayla.
But they already
if I'm
know
this
about
guy-
it. Like, it looks like the guy's too scared to ask her out, so they're meeting at a group function. Like, that's how it seems.
But like I think that's I would want ammo to go in and like chop it up a little bit with friend, and so other coworker, then it just comes naturally. That's what I mean by third party. And then at some point during the date, hey third party, we're doing great right here. See you later.
I hate everything about this. As a female,
I love it.
if
We
someone
never
came
disagree
to me,
enough. I like that.
if somebody came to me and like, hey, I have this friend, they're interested, I think you guys would hit it off. I
Yeah.
would say, cool, like,
Let's meet at a bar, all three of us.
no, I'd say give them my number, like, we can go out. Like, I would much rather meet up and then like potentially like romantic situation, like on a one-on-one date to see if I like them. Because what if we meet up in a group and like it's super cool and we get along great, but I'm like, oh, that guy just a friend.
Then you
No,
you go on the
you
date.
don't get those vibes.
Oh.
No, I completely disagree.
I can't.
I think that should be a straight up blind date. The random third party person just makes this like a
It's not
weird
a
group.
But
But to me, if I know that this guy's into me but isn't texting me, and then I get a text in a group setting, I'm like, okay, it's such a cop out. Like, they don't want to go on a date. They're too scared to ask me out. Or they don't, like, I would not feel like they were that into me if like they are not asking me out one-on-one to go out. Knowing the thing is, if there was no conversation prior to, then I think yours is a good idea.
Okay.
But because they both know about it, it makes it seem like so like, hey guys, so we're all gonna go get drinks.
Like,
I'm gonna go now. You guys have a good time. Like, that's so awkward.
Coworker and her are having a little, like, we're having a happy hour. Hey, do you mind if I invite Brad? Yeah, of course. Bring him by. He's new here. Boom, done.
No.
And then conversation, and then
Disagree.
and then you talk, and then the conversation after that is more natural. Then you can follow on IG, not
because
be weird.
then at the group setting, you've already gotten out all of your your would be first date questions. So then like whenever you're at the first date, it's like, what are you supposed to talk about
more
on your first date?
Because Much over here, Much friend, is coaxing it out of each other.
No, that seems like you're like sitting on like a dating show and you have like Jimmy Kimmel, like, so Sarah, tell me what your favorite thing to do is. Okay, David, how do you feel about that? Okay, back to you, Sarah. Like, that's how it feels like a 70s game show where you're like, have your bachelor number 1, bachelorette number 2. Like, that's how this feels. Like they're like that. They're like on display. Like,
you're thinking that the like Much friend is going for the sole purpose to like set these. I'm going group hang. Let's get plastered on a couple of pickleback shots and made some weird decisions.
No, like back to the blind date I went on. If our mutual friend that like knew us both came, like if he was like, hey, yeah, I want you to meet so and so, like let's all go get drinks, I would be
that's
like,
how
that's
people
weird.
Make friends.
No, I would say, why? Like if you want me to date this person, why don't you just have them ask me out and then we get it out of the way?
I'm saying take the pressure of the dating off.
No, I think you need to go on the date. I think it needs to be a date, not a group hang.
Anonymous,
That's
take it or leave it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You have 2 options.
I'm not going back on my
I'm not
Randy,
going
do you
back
want to
on
break the
mine
ice?
either. Randy's going to go with you, I
Thank
think.
you.
He's going to choose your side.
I love that.
Because,
thanks, Randy.
Yeah. But as a female, if I'm expecting a guy that I've heard is into me and he doesn't reach out to me at all, and then I get an outsider, let's all hang out, I'm thinking this guy's kind of a bitch. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Sorry.
You know, he's not a bitch. About that
was
segue.
our first fight.
Look at us. Look at us. Ritual. Kayla, do you know what's in your multivitamin?
What?
Do you know what's in your multivitamin?
I don't.
Yeah, well, that's a problem because it's probably gross stuff. That's why you need Ritual. Their clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin is formulated with high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms your body can actually use. You think you'd be hearing the word bioavailable today?
Can you spell that real quickly?
Bioavailable. BIOAVAILABLE.
Good for you. Good. You passed.
I think I missed an A.
I wasn't listening.
What you won't find in your bioavailable Ritual multivitamin: sugars, GMOs, major allergens, synthetic fillers, and artificial colorants. No thanks. I'm good. I'll take my Ritual. Plus the fresh taste and delayed release capsule makes taking your vitamins easy. And they're fun. They're like a little bottle or a little guy with the little like the Ritual balls in there.
They're like
fun.
delayed
They smell
release
good.
capsules.
They go to the parts of your stomach that are less sensitive, so you don't have that vitamin feeling in your gut. You know,
you can take them on empty stomach, right?
You sure can.
That's the best part.
A multivitamin should contain key nutrients and forms that your body can actually use to help fill gaps in your diet with no shady extras. Their delayed release capsule designs deliver high quality nutrients, including vitamin D3 in just 2 daily pills. They're also traceable. You can see what's in the product on their visible supply chain online. It's kind of cool. It's like, oh, this D3 is from Norway, and this B7
Norwegian D3.
Exactly. This D7 is from Italy.
D7?
I don't know.
Is that a vitamin?
Go check their timeline or their visible supply chain. Here's what they do that's really fun. They make it easy to keep your habits healthy, Kayla. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual, within your first month, they'll refund your first order. Easy as that. Try it, you hate it, done. You try it, you love it, boom, we're in. So here's what you can do. Get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering listeners of the Mail In Podcast 10% off during your first 3 months. And to get that deal, visit ritual.com ritual.com/Randy to start your ritual today. That's ritual.com/Randy, RANDY, to start your ritual today. Next one.
I'm just going to real quickly chime in with the
Okay.
last question. My way,
Oh,
setting
here we
people
go.
up. I set these people up at Christmas and they're still dating. So I just wanted just a disclaimer that my way works.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
Adam, friend of this podcast, who sent in the making new friends advice, did it my way. In Saratoga, shouts to the shoe, and now they're living together in San Diego.
Okay. Just saying.
You know what
Both
that
ways
means.
work. Both ways work.
Randy
taking
still won't
this
break
one?
the tie. No, this is you.
This is me. This comes from, looks another anonymous. What's your question? Brett and K-Dog. I like that. That's my
K-Dog?
new name. I feel a sneeze coming on, so I apologize in advance
I'm getting a spam
if
call.
it interrupts. I feel it. Recently, I reconnected with the girl from my past. Hold on. I think you need to read it because I'm literally about to sneeze and I feel
No, you can do this.
We've been going on dates and hanging out, and it's going really well. We have shared interests and similar outlooks on life. The thing is, she talks a lot.
Oh, she's a talker.
Very relatable for me. About anything and everything, and most conversations are basically one-sided after about 20 minutes. We've never had a phone conversation last less than an hour, and I know if we're talking on the phone, I have to be the one to end the conversation because she never will. Sounds like I love you, but sounds like my mom. To clarify, it's really only like this on the phone. In person, things are much better. Even if she mentions a story that I've already heard several times, guilty, she'll tell it to me again.
Oh, boy.
I like this girl, but it's starting to become frustrating getting trapped on the phone with her when I have other things to do and trying to be like, he said trapped, Brett. He's getting
love
trapped.
I love it.
I know she likes me, shouts to me, which is why she always wants to talk for so long, but it's getting ridiculous. Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks in advance.
Oh,
First
this
of all,
is fun.
I got the sneeze. It didn't happen.
It went away.
I talked it out.
How about
Go
that?
secure.
This is fun because Caroline likes to talk too. It's not bad.
I talk
but
a
she
lot.
nervous talks. So if like
Me too.
she'll just start going, especially if she's around new people. And I can tell she's nervous talking. She'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm nervous talking."
Okay, my thing is about talking on the phone this much. Are you 16 years old, like laying in bed twirling your hair like with the cord phone, like laying? Who talks on the phone this much?
That's a lot.
That's
An
a lot
hour
of
at a
talking,
time.
especially like, okay, it would make sense for like people in long distance relationships to be on the phone a lot, but it sounds like you guys are in the same place. So why are
It
you
does.
always on the phone?
You can only talk about your day so much
like,
on the phone.
or you just hang out. If you say it's in person, better maybe just like don't answer the phone or just text her. Like, why are you on the phone so much?
I don't know.
I've never talked on the phone this much to anybody I'm dating before.
Well, let's
so
give,
it's a
let's
little...
give some advice here.
Okay, sorry. I'm confused.
When you get on the phone, hey, in 33 minutes, I gotta make dinner, walk the dog, answer this email. I have a set amount of time. Let's get that
Okay.
out of the way at the beginning of each phone call, so you have a built-in exit. He says he's
Okay.
got stuff to do.
Built-in exit. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
built in an exit.
Like when
Hey,
you
we
answer,
got
hey,
tw-
by the
babe,
way, I have to go and do this in 20 minutes.
20 minutes, I'm yours. But
Okay.
like in 22 minutes, your boy's got to get a sunbasket off. So
Okay, that's pretty good too.
yeah,
But I
set
mean,
an expectation.
you say it's fine in person. That's why I'm just like, stop talking on the phone.
That too. Hit him up in person.
Yeah.
Or you do like, hey, we're gonna do one big phone call a week. This is a 3-hour marathon, babe, and then rest of the week we are in person or we're firing
texting
texts.
Yeah. Okay, the one thing that I think is kind of off-putting, though, is like how it becomes one-sided after about a little bit of time, which is something I used to be very, very guilty of, and now I find myself like being a lot more aware of that and
Okay.
being like, wow, I haven't asked this person a question in like a half hour.
Okay.
Like, and I haven't taken a breath either. So I gotta do something. So
You feel like you're doing cardio at the end of like a conversation.
yeah,
Like,
and
golly.
I'm really bad at repeating stories because I have so many stories in like this vault in my brain. Like I tell them all the time. And so I think you need to just be like, it's sorry, you've already told me this, like in the nicest way. Because I would not be, as a talker, I'd be like, wow, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. But I wouldn't be like, how dare you tell me if you've already heard that story. I would laugh and be like, wow, yikes. That's embarrassing. Anyways, what were we talking about before? And I mean, that's really all that I have.
I'm just this is an adjacent point. but
I'm
I've- what
learning
I've-
right now. So you're talking, and I'm going to learn from this.
I found that when you're having a conversation with somebody, whether it's on the phone or in person, pay attention to when you want to jump in or when you want to respond right away and a person's still talking. Pay attention to the fact that you want to do that and you lose the ability to listen in that time of the conversation. When you feel yourself wanting to talk, you're focused on what you're about to say, and it tunes out what the other person has to say. So I've been working on listening, like fully listening, fully appreciating what a person's saying, and fully responding to that.
Yeah, she may be like, wow, this guy's such a great listener. Like,
Yeah.
I love that about him. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, you're just like, please let me talk.
Yeah, but like being cognizant of your behavior during a conversation
Yeah.
is eye-opening for
Mhm.
one, when you're like, oh shit, I never listened to people the way I should have been listening to people.
And that's something that I've realized in the last, bit of time, that I was a really bad listener and a bad responder. Like, what I tend to do that's really bad that I'm trying to be better at is like whenever I hear somebody saying something that I can relate to, I'm like, oh my God, that happened to me too. But like, and it kind of discounts what they're saying. Like, I'm not here to talk about myself. I need to talk about your issue. I shouldn't relay it back to me because that's not what we're doing here. And that's one thing that's really hard for me to do.
Yeah.
That I have to be a lot more like, oh, so sorry, I got off topic. Anyways, like back to your situation.
Sure. Relating a conversation back to like me,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that for sure.
Trying to be
for
relatable
sure.
and be like, I've been there too, but then it also comes across as like you're hogging the conversation and like it seems like you don't care about what they're saying because you turn it back on yourself. So that's one thing that I'm learning.
And also something that sounds like this girl is guilty of, and I am also guilty of, is word vomit. Like trying to make a point and seeing the target and like the roller coaster I take to get there is can be frustrating. To be
Yeah.
a great politician because there's word vomit.
Just keep talking in circles.
Mhm.
I tend to talk a lot too. I don't like a silence sometimes, like unless it needs to be silent, but like I just find myself just being like, remember that? Have I told you that one time? Like, and it's like it keeps going and it's very annoying.
Now you fill that space with Sour Patch Kids.
Ugh, only because there's a 5-pound box of them. In
There is the Wilmot's mix.
Okay, wait. Let's see. Do we have any other advice other than
You could tell her,
just,
hey, I love talking to you, especially talking to you in person. But you fucking railroad me on these calls, man, and I don't know what to do about it. You could just full on tell her.
it does come across kind of selfish when like somebody's not like asking you about your day back. Like he probably's like, hey, how's your day? And then she just goes off, and then it's like, okay, gotta go. And then it's like, what? Like I never got a word in. You know nothing about what happened to me today.
Yeah, you could just tell her.
You can just tell her.
Communication, just like blunt.
Oh my gosh. I would be so mortified though.
If somebody was like,
Hey,
Kayla,
Kayla.
you just absolutely railroad me.
I
on the
feel like
phone."
that's happened before in my life. It definitely has.
Mhm.
Yeah. And definitely has.
Quickest way to, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Not to me. I just all over the place. In all the corners.
Let's do the next one.
That's you.
Oh, I did a different one that time. It worked.
People
one's
hate the sounds anyway, so
That's okay. This one's from Jake. Jake says, hey guys, what is the etiquette for seeing friends who live in the same city which you are attending a bachelor party? I am attending a bachelor party in LA this fall.
LA?
I live on the East Coast, so it's a pretty far trip. One of my close friends also lives there, and I would like to see him while I'm on the trip. Obviously, I won't invite him to the golf outing, planned dinners, etc., but is it all right to invite him to other parts of the trip? Or do I need to go out on my own to see him?
Okay. My simple solution here is you either go up a couple days early or you stay a couple days later
Okay.
to get some time with your friend. Like if
Okay.
it starts on like a Friday, maybe go up on a Wednesday and like stay with your buddy for a couple days, then join the bachelor party.
Gotcha.
Or you stay through, if it's Friday through Sunday, stay like Monday and Tuesday. That I think is one thing. I go on so many bachelorette parties, so like I feel like this is my jam. As women, we would never invite someone that's not in the group to join. Like, that just wouldn't happen because girls are monsters. Like, I can't imagine me going and being like, hey, do you mind if, like, Susie comes with us? They're going to be like, well, does she have a matching outfit? Like, we don't have a t-shirt for her. Like, it's not the same as guys. Like, you can invite.
Does she have a pink cowboy hat?
With feathers and rhinestones?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so for guys, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the etiquette, but I feel like I think what he's saying is right. Like, not to, like, the more intimate things.
100%.
But, like, if you're going out to, like, a club and the guy's willing to chip in, like, if you guys got a bottle somewhere, what's another person that's willing to pay for it, right? Like, that's the way I can see it. Like,
That's fair.
and that's what guys do, right? You get bottles.
Well, depends on the party.
But yeah, I would check definitely with the groom. Like, maybe he knows him or he's met him before, just to be like, hey, my friend Joey lives here. Like, is it cool if I invite him, like, out to the club?
Yeah, there's a couple things to this. One, I've done what you have said, where I've gone up on Wednesday, seen my buddy Wednesday, Thursday, and then
join the crew
after that, and didn't see him the rest of the weekend. I've also done when everybody is getting like a not a planned dinner in, but somebody, like, they're having the lazy part of the day between golf and dinner, for example, that like 3-hour window or whatever you want to call it, where I'm said, hey, I'll meet you guys at the bar before dinner. I'm going to go get a couple drinks with my buddy. Yeah. And then they start rolling up to the bar that I was at with my buddy.
And they invite him to join.
And we ended up going to dinner, like the planned dinner, but meeting up with him after. But it's a good way to get like some of your close buddies from the bachelor party to meet your buddy at a bar somewhere. But you got to be careful with this, because some grooms will be like, dude, what the fuck? This is like my weekend.
It's an outsider.
Like, like I wanted to do this stuff with you, so you just got to be careful. You got to feel it out. I don't think you invite him to stuff either way. I think you got to go out of your way to make sure that you're not pissing anybody off in the group.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done bottle service on a bachelor party though, so.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it's all just how. I also think it's like how big the group is. If it's like a more intimate gathering and there's like six guys, then definitely not. But if it's like 15 guys, like no one's even going to know if he's there or not. Like having meet you at the bar afterwards, it's like not a big deal to me. And he may know places you don't know, and like he may be able to get you in places and have connections. So use that to your advantage. Like, say you're trying to get into like Catch, LA. Sure. You can't get in, but your buddy knows somebody. Like, hey, is it cool if he joins us because he got us in? Like, that
something
could work.
Like that. Yeah, if he's got local local knowledge or local resources,
you want to use
that's
him.
Cool. Yeah,
to
like
your
if he's got an inn at Pasatiempo or something like that, golf course. It's like, we can lean on Ryan over here to help us out. But kind of the baseline answer for me is going to be weave that meeting up with your local buddy. Weave that into either an intro or an exit of another activity of the bachelor party.
Oh,
so weaving drinks with your boy into a bar before dinner where people are normally like getting ready or showering or sitting around watching a game, or after, when some people will break off because they have 4-year-olds at home. They're gonna go to sleep. Some people want to go to another bar. Some people want to go to the club. Some people want to do whatever, and that's kind of where you can weave in. Like, we're gonna stop by. My buddy's gonna swing by and grab a drink. Yeah, and we're just gonna kind of do our thing.
But I definitely think that the easiest way is just to etch in some time before or after. So then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to even bother about asking or doing any of that. You just go up early, stay late, one of the two, and you just spend time with him. And then if it happens if it's easy for him to swoop in and hang out, then it is. But then if it's not, then you don't have to worry about it.
Boom.
Speaking
of time, Kayla, what time is it?
4:23.
I was looking for you to check your watch.
4:23.
Okay. You know what you could have used to tell that?
What?
Movement.
Tell me more about movement.
In a tiny apartment in Southern California. This is like where the bubbles appear on the TV screens, like do.
Okay, I'm imagining. I'm closing my eyes. Explain it to me. 2
college dropouts teamed up to create a watch company that broke all the rules.
All of them.
With fair prices, unexpected colors, and clean original designs, Movement grew into one of the fastest growing watch brands, shipping to over 160 countries around the globe. How about that? Now Movement has expanded into blue light glasses that protect your eyes from your screens, minimalist jewelry, and more style essentials that don't break the bank, all designed out of their California headquarters. How about that? I love their rose gold. The rose gold watch with a white back and a brown leather strap
Wow.
has been my go-to for like years at this point. Yeah, hop in movement.com,
hopping in Movement.
mvmt.com. Their stuff is awesome.
I mean, I think blue light glasses are incredible, and
Okay.
I used to have some until I had to get real glasses that had built-in blue light, but the blue light glasses really help with headaches so much. It's insane.
How long do you look at your screen a day, you think?
All day, especially when I was like sitting at a desk every day, 8 hours a day.
Sure.
It
They have
gives
men's stuff, women's stuff.
Ooh.
I said the rose gold one, which is awesome. The the Chronos, it's like a line they have is what I'm talking about. That comes in all different
Yeah,
colors.
they've got
It's
ceramic, they got metal, they got leather, they got it
Yeah.
all.
awesome. Starlight Black, that's a tight watch. Ember Black, also a tight watch.
Ooh, I like that you can mix and match the straps with the watch faces.
You sure can. You absolutely can. Because they're just the watch company that's breaking all the rules and doing it at a price you can afford. These watches look like $500, $600 watches, $400, $500, $600. You get them for like $130.
Let's check this one out. I just clicked on. Ooh, some of them are on sale too. That's nice.
How about that? We have an offer for them too. It's a price point that you can get anytime in your life and shipped right to your door for free. And if you don't love it, ship it right back for free. And you mentioned the blue light glasses?
Yeah,
Those will help you too.
those are the best.
Those will help you too. Up your game. And they perform at the office. They perform on a date.
Watching
They
TV.
perform
on your phone.
on your couch. I'm just talking about the watches.
Oh, I thought you talked about the glasses.
Those too. But I'm just saying they are a versatile option for any outfit, any time of day, any situation. You want to go from the Christmas party to the dance floor to the after party or to the hotel lobby? I don't know.
After the party. Oh, okay.
Do it in a movement, Kayla. If you want to elevate your look with style that doesn't break the bank, then join the movement and get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com/mailin. That's mvmt.com/mailin. One more time, 15% off today with mvmt.com/mailin.
Sorry, I was distracted looking at all the beautiful things on their website. There was a lot to look at. You know,
course.
shiny things are very distracting for me.
Let's do the last one.
Last one. Is it me or you?
Go for it.
This is from Taylor. Loving y'all as the new host. Thank you, Taylor. So I'll try to keep this question short and sweet for you. I'm in my late 20s and I've already been maid of honor in a bridesmaid and friends' weddings. I'm a bridesmaid for another wedding this year and I'm wondering if I should plan to send the happy couple a gift after I've already spent a couple $1,000 on the bachelorette party, wedding weekend, travel, etc. I trust your opinion more than I trust any of the crazy bridal websites I've tried to use to research this question.
Which I think there are many.
As far as finances are concerned, I can afford to give an additional gift. My question is, should I give a gift after I've spent so much money on their celebration already? Thanks and love you, Taylor.
Okay. I think we're going to get in a fight again.
Well, my first reaction is just like, being a groomsman versus being a bridesmaid are two very different things.
Yes.
Because we have to spend so much more money than you do because there's showers, there are lingerie parties, there's getting your hair done, buying shoes, getting your makeup done, all of that stuff. For you guys, you have a bachelor party, you have a wedding, you rent a tux, you probably already have shoes or whatever. You rent it all. And then that's all you do. We have so many more things to pay for. So my answer is
no denying that.
My answer is just like, if you're going to, I always do like a thoughtful. I do, because the thing is like, I'm already taking a gift to your bridal shower. If I'm taking a gift to your bridal shower, I'm 9 times out of 10, probably not getting you an actual wedding gift if I'm in the wedding. If I'm not in the wedding, I will definitely probably do a gift to both.
Sure.
If this is like, It's just hard because you spend so much money.
I know. I believe me. I've been told that the bridesmaids,
so much money.
it is exhausting and it is expensive.
I'm at a point where I'm ready to decline.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to decline?
If somebody asks me and I don't feel a way about it, I'm out.
Wow.
I'll do everything else, but like, I just want to go to the wedding. I have so much fun as a wedding guest.
So when you get married and you're bridesmaids.
I don't want any.
You don't want any bridesmaids?
I want my best friend and my cousin.
Really?
And that's it.
You're going small ball.
No, because I know what it's like, and I don't want to ask these people to pay all this money.
Interesting.
And I don't want to pay for them to do it. So, because the thing is, if you're going to expect somebody, if you're like, your hair's done this way and your makeup's done this way, then you should pay for that. You know, if you're going to expect me to present myself in a certain way, then I shouldn't have to pay that.
I don't have an opinion either way. 'Cause like, I've heard the horror stories.
Yeah.
I'm not a girl. I have not been a bridesmaid. I have been a groomsman a couple times, and you're right. It's bachelor party and renting.
Maybe you have an engagement party. Like, I am currently in a wedding where I had an engagement party I had to give a gift to. Then I had a bridal shower I had to bring a gift. Then I had a lingerie shower at the bachelorette party. And then it's like,
oh my gosh,
that is already 3 gifts that I have given you.
That's a lot of
on
gifts.
top of all the money I'm spending on a dress, on getting my hair done, getting my makeup done, going to the bachelorette party, getting a hotel for your wedding. It's like there's all these things that come into it. And if I'm going to give a gift, it would probably be something very inexpensive off the registry, or maybe like, I'm a big like cookbook person for a gift. Like, if I know the person likes to cook, I will just, if I know they don't have one, like, I'll send them one of my favorite cookbooks because it's like $25 and it's like something.
I thought we were going to fight because I think you have to do something. And what I mean by something is when you said thoughtful, that resonated. Like,
But
you
not
mentioned,
too expensive.
No. I mean, like, write a card.
A card. I think a card is great.
Like,
nothing else, just a card is beautiful.
There's a reason you are a bridesmaid. You are super close with this person. There's a memory or a restaurant or a drink or a koozie or something that you can think back to. And is going to make her cry when she opens up this gift, and she doesn't care that it's not a $15 to $16 pizza stone that's engraved with your initials on it, but also a great gift, and I have plenty if you need one. But I think something thoughtful is the route. You're spending material wealth, fiat currency, on plenty of other things for this. Give something thoughtful is going to go a long way.
Yes, that's usually my go-to.
Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff Ice them in their gifts.
Congrats.
It's just you're spending so much. So the last thing, it's like I want it to be like a very, not personal, but like something that nobody else is going to get you. I wouldn't go off the registry if I'm giving something.
They're going to get crystal stemware.
Yeah, I go off the registry usually if it's like someone that I'm very close to and like I've already given them all of my money in several gifts. Something small and personal, like that they know is like from me and that there's a reason that I'm giving
If
you
you put together a custom cookbook with like stuff, like, my favorite thing, like buffalo chicken mac and cheese, and you just
too much work.
Take recipes from offline and staple them in a packet.
Seriously, I'll just make you a Google Doc. Easy reference.
Here's like a USB. It's like,
a USB is perfect. Like a little personalized USB. But
I made you a PowerPoint.
The thing is, I think honestly just a handwritten card is perfect if you've already spent a certain digit.
Or something funny. Like
funny.
If she fucking loves like blue cheese olives, and you get her like a can of blue cheese olives or something like that. Yeah. Something
or
funny
also if they have a pet, play to that. Like something maybe like a bandana that says like my humans are married.
Ringworm medication.
No. Like gets like dogs. People care about their dogs more than children. So like I feel like getting
their fur babies.
Something for the dog is like funny. Or like a new dog tag that has like your new married name. Like, call my mom. Ashley Smith, like that's her new or like the Smiths, like put something like
that's fun
for the dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's probably I can't think of anything off the top of my head for a dog, but
I think if you're the bride in the situation, or like the bride and groom, the new couple, they know you're spending a lot of actual dollars on everything that goes into this wedding. They don't need, a book on tantra, essential oils.
Stop. Fondue kit.
Fondue set.
Yeah, they
Belgian.
don't. I would not go off the registry. That's my one thing of advice. If you're going to get them something that only you could give them.
Fair.
Yeah.
I like
But
it.
also, man, the day that I have to do all of this, people are going to pay.
Like
Literally,
money?
they're
Oh.
going to pay. What I'm going to do, what I did a couple years
Our
ago.
wedding's in Tokyo. See you there.
A few years ago, I put together a spreadsheet of how much money I've spent on weddings that I've been in. Like, I went through credit card statements, emails, and I compiled like lists broken down different tabs for each bride. And I broke down how much I spent for each wedding, and I had to like go for a walk. Like, I looked at it and I was like, I need to take a breather. I can't
Like with those miles,
I can't look at this anymore.
With those points, you could have bought a flight to this wedding, this upcoming
It's
one.
insane. And so what I'm going to do for if I ever have a wedding is I'm just going to say, you're not a bridesmaid, but I'm Venmo requesting you at the amount I spent on yours and you're paying me back.
Goodness.
That's what I'm going to do. Each person will pay me to the cent how much I spent on theirs.
Sound like a friend of ours.
And what I'm saying to them is, I'm not making you go put on matching outfits or wigs or making you do all this stuff and go to clubs you don't want to be at. Just pay me
Jean
back.
jackets with their
Just
name on
pay
them.
me back the money that I spent, and we're gonna call it a
And we're
day.
good.
We're good. We're even.
Go to Pizzeria Uno down
I'm
the
not
street.
gonna make you walk around with a penis necklace. I'm not gonna make you dance with a stripper in a hotel room.
And this is a departure
They're
from
winning.
old Kayla. Remember 26-year-old Kayla?
She enjoyed this stuff. She actively wanted to go to the clubs.
Would you not 26-year-old Kayla be friends with 26-year-old Brett?
No, they would still be friends.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, we're saying this 20. I haven't even been 26 before. I've never been there.
Hypothetical.
I've never been 26 years old in my life, so I don't know what that's like. But yeah, that's my new plan. I won't have a bachelorette party or a bridesmaid, but everyone just has to pay me back. That's it.
Got it.
No,
Here's the
don't buy
wedding
me a
invites.
gift.
Oh my gosh.
Don't bring me. I won't have a bridal shower. I won't do any of that. Just pay me back.
Your like wedding. What do they call them? The knot profile.
Yeah.
Your page is just a GoFundMe.
No, it's going to be individual links for each person to send me back how much money I spent on them.
Hey Maddie, great to see you. Here's your link.
Here's your link with your sent amount. I broke down everything I spent so you can
Yep.
see. If you need receipts, let me know. Just reimburse me. I'm going to pay for my wedding with all this money. I could throw an actual bomb ass wedding with all the money I would make back from this. I will pay for my honeymoon. Let's put it that way.
Well, your gift from me will
I
be
just got you.
will be a Venmo or a check, taped to a certain stone that you can use in the kitchen.
I can't wait to get my pizza stone from you, Brad. You know what? I'm going to get you a pizza stone with my
I don't need
initials
one.
on
I don't need one. I really don't. Kayla, that's going to do it for us today. Do you have any shower thoughts?
Okay, I'm going to be real quick. The other day, Demi Lovato, you may have heard of her, former Disney child star, whatever you want to call him, announced her new record, album, as they say. And people were like, on Twitter, like saying, keep it. Like, she doesn't need it. I don't want it. And that just upset me because we need to put some respect on Demi Lovato's name. She is by far the most talented vocalist out of all of those girls. I'm sorry, Miley Cyrus is cool. She can sing.
Demi Lovato above
Demi
Miley.
will sing you. Will sing her under the table.
I disagree.
Did you not watch her sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl a couple years ago?
I did. She's very talented.
Insane.
She's very talented.
She's a better singer than Miley.
I'll
Miley
take the
has
argument. I'm
more
not going to say
jams.
blows her out of the water.
Selena, like all of these
R.I.P.
girls. What?
Other Selena, sorry.
Selena Gomez is
Got
still
it.
alive, just for the record. No, Demi Lovato is great, and I'm a big fan of hers, and I feel like her last few records have gone unnoticed, but they're beautiful, and she has been through enough.
She has.
If you feel like you need to get to know her a little more, there's a YouTube documentary that's very insightful about her.
Okay.
And I'm just saying we need to put some respect on her because it should be in the conversation with the rest of the girls, and she's not, but she should be because she's better.
Okay. I'll take that argument.
I'm dropping the mic.
Sure.
Go
'Cause
listen to Skyscraper.
This is me putting respect on her.
Go listen to Skyscraper and then call me back, okay?
Okay. Okay.
One time this is just a real quick thing.
This is me learning how to listen.
Me and my best friend we were driving back from our college bar, the Cantina. She was driving me home, and we were blaring Skyscraper. And then we got to my house, got out, went in the house, whatever.
Okay.
In the morning, I woke up to go to work, and I get in the car and turn it on, and Skyscraper was just blaring through the speakers, because we were just screaming it on the way home, and it was just pretty funny. But anyways, listen to Skyscraper.
Okay.
Plug. Okay, Brett, what's your shower thought? You haven't typed one in, so it'll be news to me.
Yeah, I think this is going to come from our friend John Duda.
Your friend.
Well,
He's not my friend.
my online friend.
Okay.
Oh, he's not your friend.
He's not my friend.
Oh. Okay, should I not do the shower thought then?
Whatever.
We're talking espresso martinis.
Oh, okay. Well, I love espresso martinis.
I do too. And he came at them and said they are, how do I put it? Adult chocolate milk.
Okay, well, he has terrible taste in a lot of things.
Which I'm going to give him points for on that because they are a little bit.
They taste like chocolate at all.
But they've gotten the popular culture, the trends around espresso martinis are getting to their basic bitch territory is what I'm saying.
Well, they are now. They used to not be.
Correct.
But I had a viral tweet, for anyone that remembers.
Which was my tweet. Let me put it that way.
What?
I was workshopping that tweet for years.
Well, sorry you didn't get it out quick enough because I did and it went by.
I know.
Which was espresso martinis are just vodka Red Bulls with the 401k.
Yep.
401k.
Yep, that was my tweet.
I'm sorry.
I literally
We've
responded
talked about
to
this
it.
before.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry that.
I was going to say
I thought
credit
about
card
it
debt
before
or
you
Sky
did.
Miles or something like that. But
Sorry.
anyway, I'm mostly I'm leaving for my trip tomorrow to Lake Tahoe.
Man,
I'm
you're
very
gonna
excited.
have espresso martinis in and out all day. It's a bad day to be an espresso martini.
You stole my caption. No, what I'm gonna do.
You can use my tweet as a caption. I've done it before, but I'm gonna let you have the. It's not trademarked, so it's yours.
All I'm saying is it's a terrible weekend to be a sea scallop or a bison burger in the Lake Tahoe area.
Okay, well,
We're doing 3 different mountains in 3 different days. It's gonna be a lot.
I can't wait to see the grams you're gonna put off.
Here's my plan. I'm gonna get a gram off early, so it's out of the way, like Friday.
Just one?
Like a slideshow.
Oh, it'll be a slideshow.
This is the most insufferable conversation. I'm so sorry.
I haven't posted a picture on Instagram in 3 months, just because I'm not doing anything.
My last one was the Christmas party where I was holding an espresso martini.
Mine was literally just like a photo dump. I hate to say that word, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not the girl that's out in public hey, take a picture of me. I don't.
No.
The only thing, if I'm on vacation, I went to a whole Miami and didn't post a photo of being there because I didn't take a single picture.
It's also the climate right now is not conducive to getting a ton of grams off, which I understand.
But people are doing it and they don't care, and good for them. No,
sure.
I'm not shaming anybody, but I'm just saying
we're
so
close.
over
We're in the 4th quarter. Knock on wood. Before we can just gram to
grams
our little
off.
heart's content.
I'm telling you all, I'm going on a trip for my birthday next month when I'm turning 24.
Yeah.
I'm not actually turning 24. I'm turning the T word, and I don't care. I don't care if I get shamed. I'm putting grams off.
Okay.
I'm putting
do
them
your
off.
thing.
Every day I'm posting a picture. Whether if I have to self-timer myself on a beach, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I'm not.
I'm very
I'm not
passionate
stopping
about
you.
it.
I'm not stopping.
I'm gonna get a selfie stick.
Don't do
Just
that.
me alone
Don't do
in
that.
Jamaica.
Oh boy. This has been fun, Kayla.
Okay, sorry.
In conclusion, thank you for enjoying the Mail-In podcast today. Kayla, did you have fun?
I had a great time.
It was a fun one. I enjoyed that. Here's what you can do. Subscribe, rate 5 stars, tell a friend, or review this podcast. Provide some content by calling the hotline number at 888-362-MAIL. That's 888-362-6264. 6245, or you can write in at the link in the Twitter or Instagram bio. Tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Just saying, tune in next week. We got
Tune in next week.
We'll be announcing some things.
We will. That we will. Thank you, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye for now, until we meet again.
Goodbye.